Commandos is one of the most iconic, stealth-oriented, real-time tactics series ever made, dropping players behind enemy lines during World War II and asking them to rely on patience, planning, timing, and teamwork rather than brute force. Developed by Pyro Studios and published by Aylex Interactive, the series became known for its tense missions, memorable specialist characters, and clever tactical challenges inspired by wartime cinema and historical operations. From isometric strategy classics to bold experiments with first-person action, these are the best Commandos games, ranked from worst to best. This ranking was created using responses from users on ranks.com, where you can create polls, ratings, predictions, brackets, and snap surveys. Click on the link in the description to find out more. But first, let us parachute jump headfirst into the world of Commandos and check out each of the entries in this legendary series. Starting off the list at number 6 is the only first-person shooter in the series, Commandos Strike Force. Released in 2006, Strike Force took the series in a very different direction by moving away from the traditional real-time tactics format and into first-person shooter territory. Players could switch between different commandos, and the missions still included stealth objectives. But the game felt much closer to Medal of Honor or Call of Duty than to the classic Commandos formula. For many longtime fans, this was a major disappointment. The series' famous difficulty, careful planning, and multi-character strategy were heavily reduced, leaving a game that felt more action-focused than tactical. While it tried to combine old-school strategy with first-person combat, many players felt it did not go far enough in either direction. At number 5, we have Commandos Origins. Released in 2025, Origins brought the franchise back to its real-time tactics roots after many years away. Acting as a prequel to Commandos Behind Enemy Lines, it tells the story of how the famous Commando unit was formed and follows their missions between 1940 and 1942. With updated graphics, larger maps, modern features, online cooperative play, and the ability to plan and execute several actions at once, Origins gave the series a much-needed return to form. It may not yet have the legendary status of the original classics, but for modern players, it is an important revival of what made Commandos special in the first place. Coming in at number 4 is Commandos Beyond the Call of Duty. Released in 1999, this standalone expansion delivered 8 new missions and pushed the difficulty even higher than Behind Enemy Lines. Although it was shorter than the original game, its missions were larger, more demanding, and often more complex. Set in locations including Yugoslavia and Greece, Beyond the Call of Duty challenged players to master every commando ability and think several steps ahead. It was not the easiest entry point for newcomers, but for fans who wanted more of the same intense tactical gameplay, this was a tough but rewarding follow-up. Rounding out the top 3 is Commandos 3: Destination Berlin. Released in 2003, Destination Berlin was the third main entry in the series and the first to use a true 3D engine. It allowed players to rotate their viewpoint using the mouse wheel, giving missions a more dynamic sense of space. The game continued the World War II setting and tactical structure, but it also became more fast-paced and cinematic. However, it was criticized for shorter missions and the lack of hotkeys, which made it feel less smooth than some earlier entries. Even so, its ambitious presentation and memorable wartime scenarios helped it stand out as a bold evolution of the series. At number 2 is Commandos Behind Enemy Lines. Released on the 1st of July 1998, Behind Enemy Lines is the game that started it all. With 20 missions, an isometric perspective, and a heavy focus on stealth and tactics, it introduced players to the core idea of controlling a small squad of specialists behind enemy lines. Every commando, from the Green Beret to the diver, had a unique role, and success depended on using their abilities carefully, observing enemy patrols, and executing the perfect plan. Its difficulty could be unforgiving, but that was part of its appeal. Behind Enemy Lines became a defining title in the real-time tactics genre and laid the foundation for everything the series would become. And finally, at number 1, is Commandos 2: Men of Courage. Released in 2001, Men of Courage is widely remembered as the peak of the Commandos series. It rebuilt the formula with a 3D engine, more interactive environments, expanded commando abilities, and new characters, including the thief Lupin, the dog Whiskey, and the pilot Wilson. Its missions drew inspiration from classic war films, with level titles referencing movies like The Bridge on the River Kwai and Saving Private Ryan. Bigger, deeper, More polished and more cinematic than its predecessor, Commandos 2 perfected the balance between stealth, strategy, atmosphere, and challenge. It's not a surprise that for many fans, this still remains the, quote, ultimate Commandos experience. So that's how users on Ranks rank the titles of the Commandos series. If you disagree with this ranking, you can submit your own opinion and find more content like this on ranks.com, the best place to bring opinions together. Do remember to subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to hit the like button.